can start now.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. I am Subramanyam from Hyderabad, presenting on butterflies of AP and Telangana. Of course, Karen has already introduced me. I'm a retired scientist from Department of Atomic Energy, and photography is my hobby. Actually, I got entangled with butterflies since 2005 by forming a Butterfly Conservation Society at Hyderabad with like-minded people, participating in the programs related to butterfly conservation and nature. Of course, major contribution from me is to the website. 900 photos of 194 species from all over India, and 5 photos to the book South India Butterflies. Okay, that is my thing. So, coming to the presentation, first let me present the geography of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Combined Andhra Pradesh is situated on the east coast of India with Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Odisha as state boundaries. To the west of Deccan Plateau, Telangana region lies. From Western Ghats, Godavari and Krishna rivers originates and flow eastward towards Telangana region and finally pours into the Bay of Bengal in AP. And the ranges of Eastern Ghats, coastal Andhra occupies the coastal plain region with a long coastline. And of course, Andhra Pradesh has got a longest coastal line of 974 kilometers after Gujarat. And the geographical bifurcation of Andhra Pradesh is like this. Deccan Plateau is 53%, Central Plateau is 35%, and the Eastern Highlands 11%, East Coast Plains is 1%. Now I am presenting the geographical map of Andhra Pradesh. That is diversity map of forests and these things. The green ones are dense forest. I mean dense forest, and the light orange ones are the open forest. And here in the Krishna district and Godavari district, where the rivers Krishna and Godavari meets the sea, there are mangrove forests which are highly biodiversity. And the coast length 975 kilometers. The eastern ghats are stretched along the states Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Odisha. The highest point on the eastern ghats is Jindagada, that is situated near Araku, Visakhapatnam district, Andhra. Actually, the Andhra Pradesh and Telangana shares the eastern ghats to 45%. Okay, you can see this total eastern ghats of which this is Andhra Pradesh share, that is about 40 plus 5%. So coming to the Andhra Pradesh and Telangana biodiversity, the hills of Eastern Ghats add greatly to the biological diversity. The varied habitat harbors a diversity of fauna, includes tiger, panther, wolf, wild dog, hyena, sloth bear, goat, blackbuck, kinkara, chausinga, nilgai, cheetal, sambar, and number of birds and reptiles. The long sea coast provides the nesting ground for the sea turtles, and backwaters of Pulkat Lake are the feeding ground for flamingos and grey pelicans, which migrate in the winter, that is from October to March. And the estuaries of Godavari and uh, river support rich mangrove forests with fishing cat and waters as keystone species. The keystone species in the marine ecosystem plays a major role. Okay, keystone species is an organism that helps to hold the system together. So we have to protect the mangroves perfectly. Now coming to the biodiversity of hotspots in Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. The major chunk of eastern Ghats lies in these states, that is 45%. Entire eastern Ghats is rich in biodiversity. You can find variety of flora and fauna. In the Andhra Pradesh and Telangana areas, even though it is neglected and not explored much for butterflies, I think this is the right time for exploration and documentation. For that, Nallamala region in Telangana, Papikonda National Park, Arku Valley, and surrounding areas in Andhra Pradesh are the best areas for butterflies in Eastern Ghats. Many people visit those areas. Besides the Eastern Ghats, there are many hotspots in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Boringa Wildlife Sanctuary, Kambalkonda Wildlife Sanctuary is also a valley near Lamp Singh. The specialty of this valley is in the summer also it goes to 10 5 to 10 degrees sometimes. That is the specialty of this valley, like Upi and Kodaikanal. And Kondapalli Reserve Forest, Krishna district. Right district is Jingles in Ramatirtham, that is Vijayanaram district. Grasslands on Himachal Hills, very fine to see. Nalamala Hills near Salem. Venkateshwara National Park in Tirumala Hills. Pulkat Lake in Nellore district. Narsipur Forest in Medak district. Anantagiri Hills near Vikarabad, that is also in Telangana. Talakona, everybody knows, I think, so in Chittoor district. Andhra Pradesh has got a lot of national parks and wildlife sanctuaries. That is Koringa Wildlife Sanctuary, Kolleru Bird Sanctuary, Kondakarla Ava Bird Sanctuary, Krishna Wildlife Sanctuary, Nagarjun Sagar Salem Project, that is Project Tiger, protecting the tigers, Padu Bird Sanctuary. Sometimes you can find Indian buck there. Gundal Brahmeswar Wildlife Sanctuary, Sri Lanka Malleswaram Wildlife Sanctuary, Nalapattu Bird Sanctuary, where the uh, birds of flamingos and particularly the pelicans, they will feed, they will do the nesting on that Nalapattu Bird Sanctuary and Pulkat Bird Sanctuary, feeding ground for flamingos and pelicans, and Kaundanya Wildlife Sanctuary, Kambalakonda Wildlife Sanctuary. These are the wildlife sanctuaries. National parks are Papikonda National Park in East Godavari and West Godavari, Venkateswara National Park in Chittoor district, and we have got two parks also. Sri Venkateswara Zoological Park in Tirupati, Indira Gandhi Zoological Park in Visakhapatnam. Coming to the Telangana state, Etur Nagaram Wildlife Sanctuary, Kaval Wildlife Sanctuary, Kinnarsani Wildlife Sanctuary, Manjira Wildlife Sanctuary, like that, nine wildlife sanctuaries are there. And national parks in Mahavir, Manasthalipuram National Park, Murgavari National Park, Kasbrahmandareddy National Park. They are rich in butterflies. And the zoo park is, everybody knows, Neurozoological Park, Hyderabad, which is one of the best in India. Now coming to the butterfly separation findings. Even though rich in biodiversity, gods in AP were explored super and not in interiors as compared to the other South Indian states. The official checklist of butterfly species in AP and TS is around 150. The recorded data of butterfly species is around 152 species checklist, which is prepared by Sri Ajay Kumar, Indian Biodiversity Portal. Even though a lot of data is available with individuals, no proper consolidation data is available from a single agency. For that, we are working on it. In 2003, the Butterfly Conservation Society has conducted a butterfly meet and inviting people all over India. Around 30 people has participated in the meet, and nearly 116 species were recorded at that time. And again in 2010, myself along with my friend D.V. Ramana were able to record 360 species, sorry, 63 species in just 3 days. In the same area, with photographic record of painted Jezebel and painted coach. That is a new record to my knowledge. Actually, we are trying to prepare a consolidated list which may soar up to 200 as on today by collecting the data from other people also. We feel the list may be between around 250 and 300 if explored further. I mean, the interiors of the Eastern God. We have some interesting findings of butterflies in AP and Telangana state. This is the painted quotation, which I clicked the Palmeru Walk, Maradimili in Eastern Ghats. In 2010. And this is painted Jezebel. Only once only I have seen in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, that is in Maradimali. And this is also seen in 2009. Orchid is also in Maradimali. Vagrant. And generally people is not Indian species, but we were thrilled when we see the on Arku roads. So our team has conducted in Arku Valley a meet. So by team of people, we photograph this. And this is a very finding Western style albatross. Generally, the different albatross are found in southern regions, particularly in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. And this is the Meadows Brown. This is also from Maredmali Eastern Ghats, clicked by Mr. Rajesh Verma. This is also a first record in 2018. And this is Loved Week in Guntur district. This is also clicked by our friend Rajesh Verma. This is also an interesting find. It is in Visakhapatnam town itself. Okay, it is clicked by from Visakhapatnam. It is in recent record, that is May 2020. This is also an interesting finding. Striped blue crow in Maredmalli by E. Ramakrishna. This is also a first record. This is also found in Visakhapatnam town itself, near the Kambalakonda area. and Himalayan colors are gems. Generally, we think that it is, of course, in Western Ghats we can see, but in Eastern Ghats this is the first time. And Tani Raja is also from Maredmalli by E. Ramakrishna. And this is orange oak leaf, of course. It is very common in Western Ghats, but it is a recent finding in our Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. It is by Mr. Ravi Kiran from, he is working in Coimbatore. He is congested. This is from Arku Valley, Eastern Ghats, photo by my friend Krishna. This is also a very first record, very rarely found. Alida Angle from Tirupati by Harsh Kumar. This is Dakkan short-banded sailor from Nagpur, that is from Hyderabad, around 50 kilometers. And this is also very rarely, it is from Maredmalli region. It is also a first record. And this one is Bengal fish tag from Karnal. This is also very interesting one. This is found at Jindagad. This is the highest point of Arco Valley by Mr. Vivek Rathore, who is in Visakhapatnam. And this is the Lilac Silver Line by Mrs. Anumati. Also first record from Chittoor district. And this is the Shiade fly. Of course, this is a common butterfly in Visakhapatnam, but very rarely found. And this is in red flash. It is not very rare, but very rarely seen. That's all. Bengal red flash. This is from Marod Mali. Of course, it's also a common one, but generally overlooked by people. Of course, this is a very common butterfly in Marod Mali area, and lovely butterfly. And this is same common banded peacock. They are paddling on the road. That's where when we are heading into Maredmalli area, we see have seen on the road and stop and took the photographs. And this is Indian blue Mormon. This one I whatever the this one is. So it is using for its beauty also, I think. And this is blue monument, but this is built in Hyderabad city itself. In in my 30 years, 40 years stay in Hyderabad, I never able to see it even. But a friend clicked this one. Is this Babu. And this I'm showing because the right one is common thing, common butterfly. We clicked in and again. The right one is I put in Nalamalai forest. Actually, that forest is off current. That day we were unable to see. much butterflies in that area. But this one, we were able to see a lot. I thought it is somewhat equal for me, but I think, and this is my favorite butterfly, painted lady, and this is seen throughout the world. And this one is the milk thistle plant, which is host plant of painted lady. So there are some fascinating facts about the painted lady. That's why I am showing this one. They are the world's most widely distributed butterfly. Almost in every continent, we can see that. They are also called thistle or cosmopolitan butterflies. They have unusual migration patterns. They can fly fast and far. They do not overwinter in cold regions. Their caterpillar thistle, that one I shown in the earlier slide, they can damage soybean crop. Males use the patent petroleum method to find it. Their caterpillars usually tend on overcast days they will go to ground. So the overcast days definitely you may find on the ground. These are the interesting types. That's why I have shown this one. And this is another interesting pattern. It is oriental spotted angle. Both are oriented spotted angle. One is wet season form and one is dry season. This is the classical example for wet season form. And of course, it's common in the most angle butterflies that variation. And in this, you can see that they both are different butterflies. In both species. And this is another example of dry season form and wet season form. That is plain stupid. This is the interesting slide I wanted to show. Here you can see this in this here in this with the red marks. The butterflies are secreting so fast while paddling. So that is that behavioral pattern I observed it. That's why I'm interested in this one. So they are secreting so forcefully while paddling. And I like Asperidia species much. The most neglected butterflies by hobbies are Asperidia, skippers, dots, chases, flats, angles, and etc. Of course, the blue sharks are neglected to some extent. But they are difficult to find and photograph since they are evasive, pop into the bushes, small to approach. So here are some of the beautiful species people may get interested. That's why I'm showing this species. Here, chestnut angle, Indian common small flat, straw common owl, golden angle, white flat, fulvous white flat. Is there, we can, I was unable to identify the exact species, the dot species, grass lemon, and complete paintbrush shift and lesser rice shift, and the pale green all and orange all. The pale green all and orange all from the photograph are from North India, not from Andhra Pradesh. And this is the Panara shift, common banded all, and Shiatri banded ace, Panara shift. These things I was unable to identify exact species and suffused snow flag, still spotted snow flag, and state swift, and tiger hopper. This one also I photographed in North India only. So these are the butterflies in Andhra Pradesh you were able to. Coming to our activities of butterfly. In 2006, Butterfly Conservation Society of Hyderabad is formed by like-minded people and enthusiasts, namely Dr. Tej Kumar, Mr. Ashok Kumar, Mr. Prabhu, Mr. Srinivas Rao, Mr. Soilu, Mr. Uchodayan, and myself, and some other people. Exclusive fields for surveying butterflies were conducted locally and distant areas, particularly in Maredmilli area, Arku Valley area, and Kaval Wildlife Sanctuary in Telangana. Even though a lot of information is available with the people, it is not comprehensive. Recently, the BCS is thinking of regenerating the activities with a lot of young people joining the society, like Mr. Rajesh, Anuradha, Hussein, Rudra, some of the people, but a lot of people have joined the society recently. One such activity is that butterfly and moth photography competition we conducted in the May month on 20th, and it ended up with a very good response. A lot of people has responded. So this is our photographs we have taken in our trips, field photographs. This is the way back to 2007. In this, 30 participants are there from all over India. Okay, uh, stalwarts also came there. Some of the stalwarts of from north and south, and this is my field photograph, and I'm taking a photograph for paddling. And the down one is in the Maredmilli area. It's a very good paddling spot. Whenever we will go to the Maredmilli area, we'll definitely visit this area. We'll find some good photographs. And this is also in Maredmilli area. People are searching for butterflies. And the top one is in Lotus Pond in Hyderabad itself. And the down one is the Pocharam Lake is there in Medak State. And this is a meet conducted recently in 2019 by AVIFO and Butterfly Conservation Society. A lot of people have participated in this meet. Actually, the opportunities for butterflying and the surveying and all things is very abundant, but unexplored. Diverse ecosystem is available in the form of fish rewards. Lot of scope for carrying out research on butterflies and butterfly conservation activities. A lot of research papers were published on butterflies of eastern Ghats, unknown to the society. If we go through the web, we can find a lot of papers. Identifying state butterfly is you are not identified state butterfly till now. You are thinking of either blue mormon or banded peacock or similar. The hurdles are for data. You are failed to attract ground butterfly experts from all over India. Very few enthusiasts following this fashion. No comprehensive, authentic checklist is available for AP and Telangana. Very few organizations who are working on butterfly studies are Butterfly Conservation Society of Hyderabad, Dolphins Nature Conservation Society of Hyderabad. So more society has to form in different towns. In our ecosystem, butterflies has got its own importance in biodiversity, and people should work to ensure their existence with proper understanding and encourage people towards establishment of butterfly gardens in their homes and institutions and maintain them, and encourage hobbies to form small groups for field trips in and around towns and cities, organizing field trips and butterfly meets to conduct extensive survey, inviting people all over India. These are my suggestions. So these are the references of the maps and data. So thank you all.